there a song that you're scared, nervous, or excited for your fans to hear?
All of them, but I would say Sharpest Tool. I think there's a song called Sharpest Tool that, yeah, it's so special to me, and the dancing nervous for sure.
Yeah, that's my favorite, man.
Is that, no, you said it all.
No, if we did it 1, 2, 3, I would have said Sharpest Tool.
Yeah.
The songwriting process. Do you start with an idea? Do you start with a title? You know, being a music publisher, it's always something I'm so curious about.
Yeah. For me, the ideas always usually come from like either a really interesting title or a really interesting just like tidbit of information that I've learned or come across.
But what do you want your fans to get out of this album? What do you want them to know? What do you want them to take away from it?
And these songs have really taken me through a lot of very special moments, highs and lows. And that's why I think if you're expecting one thing from the album, you're probably wrong, and I think that's my favorite part about it.
I mean, it really was unbelievable. And all I kept thinking...
Sabrina was shit. Nugent's here?
And Sabrina was wearing heels. You were wearing heels. I was worried you were going to fall off the roof.
Yeah.
I think
It was a slanted roof.
It was...
No one told me that.
Anyway. And then you guys got together.
Okay, yeah.
But we met.
Oh, you met years ago? I said
Well,
that.
no.
I was just a catalyst. I'm not saying I'm taking...
I'm playing a show, and I look down, and everyone is there's just a sea of people.
It's like Radio City Music
and then
Hall.
there's Sabrina.
And then there was me.
And the hair was bigger even then. So
I don't think
yeah,
so.
it was. And so this was like when I said "Don't fuck with me." This was probably 2022. But then afterwards, people were like, "Oh, Sabrina Carpenter's the show." I was like, "No way! I'm such a fan." I thought that was so cool.
But I posted you on my stories and you didn't respond. But to be fair, you weren't super active at that point. You hadn't posted in a long time.
Yeah, I go through phases because people are.
I didn't message him. I just posted a story from the show, and I remember tagging him, and then he didn't respond. I was like, oh, he's elusive. But he didn't even see it.
I saw it.
No. It didn't say you did.
Protect you here, Jack.
But
So
the real
then-
story.
So you're at the show, and I'm like really chuffed about it. I'm like, that's so cool. Cut to.
Proceed. I'm on a date in New York, and I end up at this like random comedy. I don't go on dates either, really. So it was very random, and I end up at this comedy club.
After party for a comedy show.
After party for a comedy show. I wasn't invited to the comedy
You weren't
show.
invited to the show.
I just ended up
Me
there.
and my sister went to the comedy show,
Okay.
and then we go to this bar.
This doesn't really matter, but you came outside.
And there you are.
And then you were there, and then you said to me, you were like, oh my gosh, like, I'm such a fan of you. And I was like, what? I was like, oh my God, thank you.
I'm like naming songs. Like, don't fuck with me. I was like,
No, you did. You named some deep cuts as well. And so I was like, wow, that's really sweet. And I was not anticipating this. And I'm like, kind of like not paying attention to the date. And I was just like, this is so much cooler. And then after that, we had definitely had like fun conversation that night, but it wasn't until Jody had texted me
100%.
linked us
No,
up.
but wait,
Okay,
no,
totally.
totally. No, Jody's
Just
a top.
in case there are other songwriters in the room, I just want them to think like...
And I've always been this way. I mean, for those of you who know me and have known me a long time and have come back here, so thank you for coming back. And I love you guys very much. It just, it's like anyone that grows. You're going to change, you're going to sound different, you're going to act different, you're going to dress different, you're going to have a little bit more confidence, and you're going to know what not to do next time and what to do next time, and still learning through all of it. So definitely taking accountability for the mistakes along the way. But I really feel like this is, as cliche as it sounds, it's the most me I've ever felt. I don't have to question as much as I feel like I used to. So what you can expect, there's songs on the album. There's 12 songs that you know of, and I'm so excited for everyone to hear them. They're so special to me, and that's me not giving you anything. That's an answer without answering the question.
Sorry, sometimes a break lasts too long. They can't end well.
Sometimes I eat a lot of dairy for lunch. That's why you guys keep going.
Amy is like, she's on. She's
Yeah,
like,
she's lightning, and I think all of us have that quality which is something I'm just so deeply grateful for. And I don't really know how else to describe it other than she gets it, you get it.
She likes to write on the floor.
She loves her on the floor. We're both floor girls.
She got tan.
And yeah, we love to tan, I guess.
Yeah,
I don't know if that makes any
what else?
difference.
She, you guys are also.
She's also very funny.
She's very funny. I feel like you guys have, when I watch it, because I'm like working on something and I watch it, you're just like sort of these things like it looks like tennis or something.
Yeah,
and
it's
then,
like ping pong.
Tennis, and it's just sort of like happening.
Honest to say, like
Amy.
You love it very much.
Honest to say, Amy.
Like, picture your favorite song in the world, right? You're like, you love it for so many different reasons, and every time you listen to it, you're like, oh my gosh, like it's this part, and then it's this lyric, and then it's this ad lib, and then even the drums are so great. It's like, if I get to be part of making that, it's the most exciting thing ever, and to be part of, like, you know, collaborating, like I said, it feels like a
Kind of all the same.
stupid little party, like, you know what I mean? Like when we were making it though,
Totally.
today we were just like pounding our chest today.
Yeah,
Like,
we did a drum part where we were going boom, boom, boom.
and we were just like, that's fun, and like we just looked stupid.
Yeah.
But like,
I love how you guys did that in unison. Could you do that again?
such a teaser at that point, we can't.
It just happened.
We're giving away too much.
But I think I would never. I don't mean this in any sort of arrogant way, but I don't think I could function in a room with someone who wasn't on top of everything. And I couldn't imagine. I mean, I've never seen it other ways, but it's impossible to imagine Sabrina being like whatever you think in the best way. You know, I wouldn't.
But I also do trust you.
No,
so
totally.
I think we also.
No,
your taste is impeccable.
Thank you, but the best part of collaborating is not you go do you or you go do you. It's being a bit repetitive here, I've said in the past, but it's the perfect way to describe it. It's 1 + 1 equaling much more than 2. So I'm only interested in what she's thinking, and then where that could push me.
And are you guys, in terms of production, are you thinking about writing for an arena tour? Do you think about, is there a different kind of process when you know that you're playing in front of huge audiences? Does that change how songs sound in the studio? Is what kind of songs you're writing together, is that part of the process?
Well, I didn't write this album knowing I was going on an arena tour, which is a pretty crazy thing to say out loud. But I've always been in love with performing, and I've been touring since I was a wee young girl, and and that is something that I've really always taken into consideration. More so now when I go, how fun would it be for a crowd to sing that? Like that's the only thing I say in my head, and I don't write a song from the perspective of like this has to be a crowd singer. Like, it doesn't have to be a 4 on the floor every time. It has to be like, it just has to be something that connects. But then there are moments where I go like, you know, we could say this, or would it be more fun if everyone was singing this line instead? You know, it's in moments like that where it's a little bit more like this or this. Then I kind of think about the audience. But I always like to write the song as the song should be, you know, and you can make it. That's the other thing that's so incredible about my band and the people that, you know, build my show with me is we can make things even smaller or even bigger on stage, and because the songs are there and the songs are as special as they are, then there's so much room.
Love that. So let's talk about the two of you. Let's talk about how the two of you.
Let's, Jody.
So I played a baby role in this, I want to say. You guys had met years ago. Jack, old question. You're no stranger.
You can answer this too.
Okay, you want to answer this. We'll leave together.
Well, I have to leave at some point.
No, I know. You're no stranger to fame and celebrity before your music career took off. But now you're famous all over the world. Have you stopped to process that? What does that feel like?
It's a good one, Amy. I like it.
What does that feel like?
See, you needed to stay so you could answer it.
Answer as me.
Answer as you? I will. Do you want me to do it as a joke or seriously?
What do you guys want? Joke.
Well, then I'm going with sincerity. I'm Sabrina. I've been doing this for so long.
Thank you, Sabrina.
No, I really am
I'm
Sabrina,
listening.
and I know this, so I'm giving
I'm listening.
sincerity. I've been doing this for so long, and I've loved every moment of what I've done because they're documents of my time, and so it's just been this really long, slow burn. So I feel oddly comfortable because I love performing, and I love touring, and I love making music, and it didn't happen overnight, so I'm not really too freaked about some of the weird parts about being a public person. So it's not a popular answer, but I'm really pleased to be making my work and being on the stage.
Well, Sabrina.
But I think that's true, right?
Sabrina, you don't have to talk.
Yeah.
Sabrina, I want to say, on behalf of all of us,
Yeah.
we love you so much.
Thanks, guys. I just want to say that. Best way to be Sabrina is to make a joke about, huh?
Yeah.
It won't read coming from me.
Okay, why don't we do this?
Should we bring her back?
We really do.
Let's bring her back.
Let's exit the stage. I want to thank you.
I love you, Jody.
I am honored to
Love you,
have done
Jody.
this with
Thank
you.
you.
Thank you for
Thank you
asking
guys
me.
so much.
And let's take a break.